I like hammering and building things. I can't use a power saw yet, but when I can, I'm going to build monster skateboard ramps, footy stadiums, and buildings as high as the sky.
We all start out with a burning desire to do things in our life. But as we grow, we realise we need to learn how to do things. And the best way to do this is through formal training. G'day, I'm Scott Cam, and when I was young, I just loved building things. What turned my dreams into reality was the formal training I undertook during my 4-year builder's apprenticeship. Sure, we had some ups and downs through that time, but I was really lucky. I had a great supervisor and mentor who encouraged me all the way. It was a great time, and I ended up with a qualification. Things have changed a little bit since then, and enormous opportunities have opened up for apprentices and trainees. For you, the supervisor, taking on an apprentice or a trainee can have a real positive effect on your business and actually give you more time to do those things you never have time for. Although it can be hard work training and supervising somebody, it can also be rewarding on a personal level. And there's plenty of help out there for you from your registered training organisation and the education and training department in your state. But before we get into any of that, let's have a look at a little situation that may ring a few bells. This is Leo. He's 17 years old and he's been obsessed with motorcars since his dad took him to the supercars as a boy to see the V8s belting down the straight. Leo is partway through a mechanic's apprenticeship at Pete's Auto Repairs. That's Pete letting Sue Johnson know that her car should be ready around 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Thanks, Pete. I've got a busy day on. I better run. I'll see you at 3.
Leo, I told Sue... Damn it. What's that doing there?
Sorry, Pete, I forgot.
I told Sue her car's going to be ready by 3, so get moving.
Hey, Pete, I was just wondering how much...
Not now, Leo. I'm in the middle of something.
Things don't have to be so bad for you or your apprentice, or for that matter, Sue Johnson. During this DVD, I'll give you some handy tips on things like communication and effective coaching. Things that will help make an apprenticeship or traineeship a positive experience for everyone involved. You'll also be able to find some useful ideas with this booklet here that comes with the DVD, and I love giving people handy hints. Right, so who's involved? We've got you, the employer or supervisor, who has decided to employ an apprentice or trainee. The apprentice or trainee could be anyone of any age, and there are plenty of school-based apprenticeships and traineeships available. Then there's the registered training organisation. These guys are the trainers or the teachers, and they'll be able to help you to connect the on-the-job training with the formal training they are delivering. The training organisation could be a TAFE or a private organisation, but it's basically a college where your apprentice or trainee may do some or all of their learning. Your State Department of Education and Training coordinates the whole process to make sure everybody involved is treated fairly and gets the most out of their training contract. And there are some real benefits to you as an employer or supervisor as well. So here we are, Wendy's Scissor Tricks. Wendy started up her own salon a couple of years ago and it's been going fantastically. And she's ready to expand, so she's just taken on a new apprentice.
Pam, is that hair done ready yet? Almost. Well, could you hurry up? Sue's got to pick up her car at 3. Oh!
Things don't have to turn out so, well, green. This booklet is a great reference. Let's take things back a bit and see if we can't find a solution in here. Something that's going to help Wendy and Pam, not to mention the reputation of Wendy's scissor tricks and Sue Johnson. After all, we can't have her picking up her car at 3 this afternoon with the big green hairdo. Imagine what the boys down at Pete's Auto Repairs would say.
Pam, is that hair dye ready yet? Almost.
Wendy, how you going?
Hi.
I just dropped by because I thought you might want a bit of a hand.
Oh, thanks.
No worries, come with me, I've got to show you something. This booklet will give you some great tips on how to effectively supervise your apprentices and trainees. Why don't you have a go at this? And remember, Wendy, you need to spend some time with Pam, showing her what to do, giving her time to practice. She needs to know the whole process.
Wow. Thanks, Scott. I'll give that a go.
Good on you.
How are we going with the hair dye, Pam? All right. Listen, I haven't really given you that much time to practice, have I? How about we go through this together this time? We don't want Sue's hair turning green on us now, do we? Listen, the first time I dyed somebody's hair, it turned the completely wrong colour. The lady wasn't very happy, and neither was my boss. Look, this should do it. Why don't you go and have another go by yourself? And I'll come and check on you once I've finished with Sue. Okay. Great, and then I can get back to the paperwork.
When your apprentice or trainee is ready to take on everyday tasks, you'll have more time to focus on developing your business, plus you'll have more satisfied customers like Sue here. Your role as a supervisor of an apprentice or trainee is extremely important. You are their coach and guide. You are the most influential person in your apprentice's career. What you do will help them successfully complete their training and progress in the industry. So don't mess it up. You can be a strong role model for them. Well, here we are, Mongolian Plums. This is the restaurant where Sue Johnson is doing her apprenticeship. They do a chicken dish with an amazing Mongolian plum sauce. People come from all over town to try it. Let's see how she's getting on.
Hi. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh, I've had such a hectic day.
Better get moving.
Yeah.
Nice hair.
Thanks.
You okay to handle that plum sauce tonight by yourself?
I think so.
I don't have time to show you again. Didn't you learn how to make it in class?
No, we don't do sauces till next semester.
I need you to get it right. We're famous for it. I think I'll talk to that guy from your training organisation about going over basic sauce as soon as possible.
That'd be great, Chef.
Now remember, to get a qualification, your apprentice or trainee will have to achieve a set of workplace competencies. You need to be sure that what they are learning in class is relevant to your business.
Okay, well, I'll call him and we'll get him sorted out. Take a seat, Sue.
Hi, Frank.
Jeff.
Well, Sue, I've heard good things about you. The best in class.
Thanks.
Well done. All right, so how can I help you both?
Mongolian plum's difficult to cook and Sue's just not getting some of the basics right.
Okay, well, let's see where you're up to. Here we go. Look, you've already covered these core competencies, so that's great, and we'll be covering these by the end of semester, so look, we're on track. But I'll be happy to take you through basic sources after next class.
That'd be great.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now, it's hard being a boss and a teacher at the same time. It's great having a partner in Sue's training.
No worries. We'll have you making a Mongolian sauce that Genghis Khan will be proud of.
While the training organisations are very busy visiting their apprentices and trainees on site, they always have time to assist the supervisors. They can also give you great advice on how to deal with any difficult training issues that might come up with your apprentice or trainee. It's important to give your apprentice or trainee a good introduction to the workplace. Let them know exactly what the business does and tell them where they fit in. This introduction should cover the rules and regulations of the workplace, including payment and leave, your organisation's health and safety procedures, give them a proper tour of the workplace, and introduce them to key personnel. Then develop a roadmap outlining their training plan, including all the core and elective competencies, tailoring it to suit your business. The roadmap gives everybody clear direction about what needs to be taught, what needs to be learnt, when this needs to be done, and how it's going to be assessed. Keep in mind that this roadmap is flexible and will need to be regularly updated. Feel free to talk to your training organisation about changing the training plan to better suit your needs. Once you've introduced your apprentice or trainee to your workplace, it's important to take on the role of teacher or coach. Nobody expects you to be an expert, so we've included in the booklet steps for effective supervising. Explain the task to be achieved to the apprentice or trainee and its purpose in the business. Explain all the steps in completing the task. Demonstrate the task and explain what will be assessed and recorded. Provide the apprentice or trainee with sufficient opportunity to practice. Provide encouragement and feedback and arrange assessments with the training organisation. When the competency has been achieved, make sure the apprentice or trainee is advised and confirm it with the training organisation. Having an apprentice or trainee can be extremely good for you and your business. Remember, your apprentice or trainee is learning, so give them a break and keep an eye out for them. It's an investment in the future of your business. The most important thing to do is communicate. Let's have a look at a situation you may find familiar. See you next time.
Leo, I told Sue her car would be ready by 3. You think you can handle that by yourself?
Yeah, it should be right. But I might just need your help with a couple of things.
Yeah, sure. Well, get cracking and call me when you need me. And one more thing. Probably best not to leave that there, yeah?
No worries.
The last batch of bread didn't rise properly. It wasn't mixed quite enough. You got to get the mixing right if you want to make the perfect loaf. You're not enough, and the bread turns lumpy.
How do I know when it's the right consistency?
I'll show you a couple of baker's tricks.
I get it. That makes everything so much easier.
A bit more practice, you'll be doing it in your sleep.
I'm thinking changing the layout. What do you think?
Yeah, it might work. Give it a go. Let me know when you're done and I'll come check it out. He's obviously in a very good condition and he's getting the right nutrients.
I'd like to see her with her mother for another week. What do you think?
I think that's a very good idea.
When I grow up, I think I want to be a farmer, so I can milk cows and make the best ice cream in the world.